Are you excited for this backyard brawl?
Why don't you roll the clip?
I was put on this earth to talk about finance. Is that a problem?
Apparently it is for someone.
Are you afraid of the Bandit? Are you afraid of what he's going to do to Red Fern Capital Management? I mean, what about the future?
Wait, do you want me to be f***ing scared? Do you want me to be scared of a man who can't even show his face?
This is serious, man. He's coming for everything.
No one can take this from me.
I am Red Fern Capital Management.
All I'm trying to do is make finance fun, and these people don't understand. Whoever this Bandit is, he doesn't understand it. I'm gonna make him understand. I'm not focusing on a feel-good bullshit story at the end of this. It's simply me unmercifully beating this man's ass until I deem it to be over with. You can think, believe, dream, or even pray that you could beat me, but there's no chance in hell that it actually happens. I live, breathe, and die. Red Fern Capital Management. Nobody can take this from me. One of us is going in here for a backyard brawl. The other one's going in there to die. I'll let you figure out who that's gonna be.
Come FERN is WAR, Brent is gonna f this Bandit up.
Game over.
That's what the f I'm talking about, baby. That's what the f I'm talking about.
Welcome back to Red Fern Capital Management, your favorite worst hedge fund to ever exist. Wednesday night, our president gave an emergency speech to the nation regarding progress made in the war of Iran. During and immediately after his speech, index futures tanked over 1%, gold is down 4%, and the worst of it, oil futures touched $116. This is by far the stupidest thing I have ever witnessed regarding markets, economics, monetary policy, and any common sense. So in spite of all this bullshit, I would like to invite you to Red Fern Capital Management's Iran War Special, and you're gonna enjoy it.
It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine.
This is the end.
If you like our content, please be sure to like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate you guys supporting the show, and I'm gonna support your mom. Before we get fully into content, I would also like to state that I am totally against Iran. It's Iran, but this is a finance show, so we're gonna keep everything financial and economical. Not even a word. Anyways, moving on.
Meow, 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 meow.
Starting off with Operation Epic Furries. Not Furies, cause it's furries. You. We're all pretty up to date on how this happened. We attacked Iran in partnership with Israel to destroy Iran's nuclear capability and secure even more global control of oil. Even so, I would also like to add that Israel and the US have been saying Iran could have nukes in a short period of time for the last 30 years. I just wanted to add that. Continuing on to the actual market effect of the war. Immediately upon the strikes, oil prices rallied aggressively to $120 a barrel. Indexes have tanked almost 8% but have recovered slightly. Gas prices in the US are now sitting at $4 a gallon, up 35%. And instead of optimism for interest rates to hold or possibly be cut later in the year, there is now a possibility of a rate hike. Again, I stress a possibility. Well, the market and the economy are two different things, so what is the economic effect of the war? In the short term, oil prices holding above $100 a barrel will lead to increase in inflation. When the price of oil goes up, everything goes up. This will pinch the Fed. Our labor market is showing little growth. Normally, the Fed would attempt to cut rates to support our labor market, but they cannot lower rates when inflation is increasing, especially with such rapid increase in oil price in such a short period of time. The longer the Strait of Hormuz is closed, the greater the risk of inflation becoming stickier and stickier. Speaking of the Strait of Hormuz, Everyone knows about the challenges regarding the Strait of Hormuz and how it affects oil prices. But what is the end goal of the strait? Iran's regime is now charging up to $2 million for safe passage, Will that stop? How long does the strait stay closed? Even when the strait is open, what are the lasting effects of the risk exposure? Honestly, it's quite a f***ing mess. No one knows what's going on, and no one can predict when the strait will actually be open. Not only does the strait provide oil to the globe, it also supplies around 15% of the globally traded fertilizer. Put simply, fertilizer prices will increase, making agricultural production cost increase, which will in turn increase the cost of goods. You may be thinking, oh, so just corn prices increase? That's not that bad. Nope, I want you to imagine how much corn does for farming. What is feeding your livestock? How much fertilizer is used for all different crops? This problem specifically will add to the increase of inflation and all cost of goods. Not only oil prices will contribute, but the price of fertilizer. Stinky. And now for my actual opinion about the war regarding markets. With the current market's positioning, the massive rally into this week's close is entirely news-based and is conflicting to actual evidence of the situation coming to an end. I believe we have much more downside risk, and for this episode, I see no opportunities for individual trades. Now my closing arguments. This is by far the worst and most downside risk I have ever had the opportunity to report on. And I cannot stress enough, the longer the strait remains closed, the more we are. If oil prices maintain $100 a barrel and higher, it's going to stick. Once it sticks, the global economy is going to have many constraints. It is not going to be good. Our labor force is weakening. Inflation is going to increase. The Fed is totally pinched. Markets are in trouble. I'm not going to be the recession guy. I'm not going to be up here speaking of recessions. No one can predict that. But we do have a hell of a lot more downside risk than upside currently.
All right, dude. Wait.
What? What's the problem?
We gotta talk, man. Come on.
What?
This is serious.
What?
Wait.
What are you, dude? Why? No one likes Brent.
Dude, yes, people love Brent, and he's bringing in viewers on the show, and you're kind of being a dick to him, and we kind of need him around here.
But that's all we're gonna use him for, okay? He sucks regardless. Okay. He stinks up the entire studio.
Okay, well, listen, dude, we need him, all right? So I need you to, like, just act like you're his friend.
Why did we give him Dave? Why did we give him Dave Ramsey?
I don't know, dude. Look, you need.
It was the biggest mistake of the show ever.
You gotta be nice to him, all right?
Fine,
you gotta just keep the peace, all right? Maybe just like, you know, say you're sorry or something. Like, just let him know that, you know, you appreciate him for all he's doing.
Well, that's a stretch.
Okay. Why don't you just write him an apology letter or something?
Oh, great. Yeah, really heartfelt, huh?
Just
a heartfelt card.
I don't give a if you don't mean it, you don't mean it, whatever. Just
he sucks. Just say brain sucks.
Just
say brain
I
sucks.
just want you to write the letter, tell him you're sorry, and then we can move on, all right?
Fine.
You gotta just keep the peace.
Fine.
All right? Come on.
You brought me all the way up here to do this? This is stupid. He's not gonna hear it.
Hey, buddy. I just want to thank you guys for watching Red Fern Capital Management and supporting us. It really means the world. This episode isn't made to scare you, and no, I'm not screaming recession, okay? No one should be doing that. No one can predict it. But I really think we have a big, serious problem on our hands, and I really want you to imagine that every single time you hit buy on a position or you're looking at your portfolio, you're going to make a trade. There's a lot more downside, and I do believe we can go lower. This is not a good situation. There's many things affecting the markets outside of just, oh, is AI doing well? Is AI not doing well? This is an economic travesty, a global travesty, and we might really be f***ed. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Kiss pistols. Hopefully you enjoyed the show.
Red Fern Capital Management.